The woman was clearly a billionaire CEO, yet she disguised herself as a rural woman to inspect her own mining site. Unexpectedly, she ran into her biological older brother who had been lost for many years. In order to test her brother's character, the CEO deliberately did not reveal her identity, wanting to see whether he would acknowledge her as his poor younger sister. The man stared at the woman in front of him in shock, realizing she looked exactly like the sister he had lost. When the CEO tearfully called him brother, the man finally became certain she was his biological sister. He immediately took his sister back home. The elderly mother at home had already lost her mental clarity. She fell ill from overwhelming grief after her daughter went missing. The mother had always longed for her daughter, but now she could no longer recognize the daughter standing before her. Watching this scene broke the CEO's heart. She knelt in front of her mother in tears, vowing that she would take good care of her mother and brother from now on and never let them suffer again. During dinner, the brother carefully looked at what his sister was wearing. The CEO thought her brother was looking down on her for being poor, but in reality, he was heartbroken that she had suffered outside. The brother decided to find his sister a stable job. The next day, the brother brought his sister to the mine. The CEO did not understand why her brother was carrying 2 pieces of meat. Soon, she followed her brother to the supervisor's office. The brother handed the 2 pieces of meat to the supervisor, asking him to help arrange a job for his sister. The CEO believed that 2 pieces of meat could never buy off the supervisor. Unexpectedly, the supervisor directly handed her a work badge. The assigned position was even very easy. The CEO was extremely confused, while her brother happily took her away. The more the CEO thought about it, the more something felt wrong. She turned back to look at the supervisor and was shocked to see him pull 2 gold bars out of the meat. They were worth $20,000. The CEO instantly became furious. He actually dared to accept such a large bribe. The supervisor must have been taking bribes regularly. The CEO angrily threw the work badge at the supervisor, furiously accusing him of abusing his power for personal gain, selling company positions, and completely ignoring company hiring procedures. The supervisor was about to explode in anger when the brother hurriedly apologized on his sister's behalf. The angry supervisor immediately returned the meat. He said he didn't want it anymore and naturally would not arrange a job for the sister. After all, plenty of people were willing to give gifts to buy jobs. In this poor and remote area, getting a job at the mine was the only way out, so he desperately begged the supervisor to forgive his sister's rudeness. However, the supervisor had grown used to being arrogant. Not only did he knock the meat to the ground, he also slapped the brother hard across the face. Seeing this made the CEO furious. She forgot about maintaining her disguise and immediately questioned the supervisor in a CEO's tone for poor management, saying he was unfit to remain in his position. The supervisor found it laughable. How dare a rural woman point fingers at him? He arrogantly told the CEO to get lost. At that moment, the mine director arrived. He was the supervisor's biological uncle. That was exactly why the supervisor dared to accept bribes. The brother hurriedly explained what had happened. The supervisor rushed to complain to his uncle. The director interrupted them with a friendly smile. He announced that meat would no longer be